The American Cancer Society has so many arms to help patients and their families on a cancer journey. From resources to research, support to services, the organization does so much. And one of the programs that can be a lifeline for patients is also a great way for a volunteer to truly make a difference. We're talking about the Road to Recovery program with Ginger Feldman. She's the Corporate Relations Director for the ACS. Ginger, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about what is Road to Recovery.
Yes, Road to Recovery is like Uber for cancer patients, is kind of an easy way to think about it.
Okay.
So it provides rides to cancer patients to get them to and from their treatments. Okay. And so we have a fleet of volunteers that are across the nation, including Kent County and all of our counties here, that drive these folks from their homes to get their treatment.
Wow. I mean, it's as simple as that, but the need is great. Let's talk about how many people need these services and how many volunteers you actually have doing it.
Yeah, so year to date, I just looked it up this morning, 2,600, just over 2,600 requests have come in Kent County. That's specifically Kent County. And we are running about a 55% fulfillment rate, which means we could use a few more drivers to help drive those folks to treatment.
Okay, so let's talk about what does a driver have to do? What does that look like?
Yeah, basically they just raise their hand and they sign up online, which is the cancer.org/drive, and then they go through a 45-minute training, and then they do a background check, a criminal background check, and then they also do the DMV check. Some good driving history, right? That's helpful. And then they can sign up and patients will call in. So if you need a ride, you can call American Cancer Society or go to cancer.org and get a ride, and it'll pop up on the app for the drivers to choose to fulfill that segment.
Okay, it really is like Uber.
It totally is like Uber, it really is, yeah.
And so what are the average distances and how often do you have to do this to continue to be a volunteer?
Yeah, so the distances can be anything the person wants. So we do have folks coming out of Muskegon that are trying to get into Grand Rapids for treatment, or Kalamazoo to Grand Rapids. So some of those are a little longer, but most of the time it's within Kent County or within your county. Okay. So like the Muskegon County, Allegan County, Kalamazoo County, those kind of counties. Okay. To be an active driver, they just ask that you drive 2 segments. So that could be one way to the doctor and then one way back would count as 2 segments. And that has to be within 6, you have to drive that once a month.
Once a month?
So once a month, and typically the requests are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., so it's kind of a daytime thing. I have loved to recruit from our retirees. Yes. So I work with a lot of corporations around town, and they have retiree groups, and a lot of times this is such a flexible thing that it's a really good fit for folks like that.
Yeah, and what a great way to meet people too, right? And to just, as simple as giving someone a ride to life-saving cancer treatment.
Absolutely.
Right?
We don't want there to be a barrier for them to complete their treatment, and please let it not be a ride, right? Yeah. Let's take care of our neighbors.
100%. I mean, it could not be easier. All right, so if someone is interested, if they need a ride, number one, or if they're interested in becoming a volunteer, what do they need to do?
They can go to cancer.org or call the American Cancer Society and just talk to our live operators. They're there 24/7. You will get a human being, which is amazing. They can answer a lot more questions for you than just about the rides, but that is a great place to start.
Okay, wonderful. And I think we've got a QR code as well, so you can scan that right now. There's also that number on your screen, 1-800-227-2345, or just scan that QR code and learn more. What a simple way to give back, and it makes such an amazing difference. Ginger, thank you so much.
Thanks.